So we are going to jump into something pretty fun here. I think it's pretty fun. It's IU, first of all, vocal queen. I've checked out a fair bit of IU on the channel, on Patreon actually, via custom requests. So if this is your first time watching me check out IU, just know that I've checked out IU before, and those videos exist on Patreon. Just go search for them. So I'm familiar with IU's game. I'm familiar with IU's vocal game. I've never checked out a project, though, so I'm excited to jump into like an actual project, and it's not just any project. It's a visual album, kind of. There's music videos for 4 of the 5 tracks here. The album's called The Winning. It's an EP, and tracks 1 through 4 all have music videos to them. And not just that, one of the videos is featuring our darling Taeyong V, as you see him right there on the thumbnail. So that's really exciting. I just kind of want to dive into this. IU's vocals are one of my favorite vocals, so I know I'm going to be treated here for sure. I don't fully know what to expect musically, but I'm excited to see what IU offers me on this project. I say we just jump in, guys. No more waste of time. Let's do it. The album's track order is actually Shopper, Halsey, I don't know how else you say that. Love Wins All and I Stand You. But I'm going to watch these in the order they were released, just in case IU's telling a complete story. I don't know, but I just want to be safe than sorry. So we're going to do it that way. This is the first video that came out, Love Wins All, and it is the one with V. I don't know if he's singing in this. I don't think so because he's not featured. But we know V gets his acting on every so often. So let's see what we got here. They're on the run from something. This is so cinematic. It's interesting, a song that's about like getting at, like going somewhere else, like let's escape here and be taken somewhere else. Obviously we're in it together because that's what's how she literally says it on the screen there. And then viewing things through this camcorder is viewing things through another lens. So in a way, when you view things through a camcorder, you kind of are taking yourself to another universe and taking yourself somewhere else. So like that's cool, like visuals matching the lyrics, and IU sounds great as always. Wow, on the wait, there's like actually food on the camera, but off camera there's nothing. So they really, it's like an optimistic lens, like you're looking at things through a completely different lens. Think about people that are glass half full versus glass half empty. Like if you were a glass half empty person, you'd probably look through that camcorder and see something different. Maybe you wouldn't see anything at all. It's really interesting so far, like watching this completely destroyed world that they're in, but they're making the best of it. I love his pure joy as he eats it. Sounds so good. Beautiful. That's ironic because it kind of sounds like a wedding song. Like the sound of it has like that wedding song sound. It's a beautiful love song, but like the world is completely disheveled around them at the same. But like when you are in love, you make the best of like what world that you are existing in together. So I do like that. Destroy me slowly and chilly. Wow. I really like those lyrics. I really like embracing, you know, that's embracing the worst parts of life with your partner. I want to get sad with you, my lover, because that's part of like being in love, right? Is there's gonna be moments where you're sad, but like at least I'll have that feeling with you. Oh my gosh, V. Look at his face. chorus is so good. That love wins all, man. She sounds so good when she's singing that. Oh, did they vanish? Was that... Are all these clothes other couples that also, like, kind of disintegrated because of that box thing, which I don't even know still what that is. I don't know what that is. It's red and it's glowing, like, got like a bit of an orb thing to it on the inside. It's not consistent as far as what it's made of. But either way, like, it took them out at the end here. And they kind of succumbed to, like, kind of just like let themselves here at the end, you know, they let it happen. Meanwhile, they're completely emotional, like knowing it's the end for them. But they have each other, so I guess that's what matters most. Yeah, I gotta film, you know, what the box is supposed to mean. But very moving video. I love like all the like the messages and the meanings of like, we've got these issues, but like we have each other, right? IU was signing in the beginning, right? Oh, I don't know if... Yeah, like, isn't one of V's eyes, like, sort of discolored in a way? And then IU might have been signing. I don't know if there's, like, other things going, like, if... I don't know. I don't want to assume. I don't know. I feel like the story is telling me more than I'm taking in, and I want to know everything going on here. But either way, like a beautiful video. I love the messaging of like living in our own world and sort of making the most of this situation, despite like being everything's a disaster all around us. And V with like trying to attack the square thing at the end was totally like selling it. You know, I thought he was gonna attack me the way that he was coming off the screen there. Really sold everything. They both are clearly like actors of their generation. So we're gonna keep moving on here. Halsey with Tweety Bird here in the background is the next song. Oh, the transition. You say who may fly. You say who and I'll fly. Very different. It's so different from Love Wins All. Like the whole vibe of it, like the drier instrumentation in the chorus. You can sort of more like kind of bop to it a little bit, right? Got a little bit of a bop in it, and the first song was complete wedding song type ballad. Again, more of a dancey vibe. You say who? I may fly. You say who? I think it's really cool having kids in this video because the song feels like it's about accomplishing your dreams, like becoming the best version of yourself. Like she's saying she's gonna fly high even without wings. She's gonna make her way up there. She's like a dandelion seed. You can talk about like seeds being something that blossoms into its full potential. Like there's a lot of metaphors there. And yeah, she's just gonna fly like up to the sun, and nothing's gonna stop her. And when they ask about her, like tell them the news. Like, you know, IU's out there doing her thing. So it's cool to have kids in the video, and a video that is like really fun. Again, dancing, and there's like choreography to it, which is cool. But you know, kids represent like dreams and aspirations, right? They're the purest form of that. Very catchy. Is that her flying? Is that supposed to be her? This is really cool because this is like I've said at the top of the video, I've heard some IU before, like live performances. I've seen like other songs of or heard other songs of IU. This is a very different sound for IU, and what's cool about it is that like it's got more of like it's not like super upbeat, yet still got this like knock to it where you can dance to it like they did the choreo with the kids in the second chorus, but it still captures like her full IU essence. Like she still sounds amazing. She's still able to sing with those perfectly hit notes in the chorus and in the verses, and still able to sound amazing on a song that's less of like a ballad, which is more of what I'm used to from IU. All right, we're gonna go to Shopper. Man, these. I really like these verses. Ooh, she's doing a little run here too. The chorus I'm still trying to feel out because I feel like the chorus was maybe too similar to the verses. These verses I really like. I really like the synths. It's very like upbeat and it really just makes you want to move and it really makes you feel happy in a song where IU is taking what she wants. It feels like. Okay, I like the chorus. It actually is different. There's that pause, then you come back to it. I like that there is that pause, and it gives you that second to sort of absorb everything, and it throws you right back into it. I actually do dig the chorus. There's so many colors on my screen at all times. I love the way they use the confetti, like all throughout. Like there's confetti kind of existing constantly throughout the video. And again, it's like very cinematic. It reminds me of the first video, except with color. The first video was like very dark and with everything, and this was like that same cinematic feel, but in a colorful world. I guess I use like Santa Claus, but like. What's that Margot Robbie movie where she's got the bat? She's like playing Catwoman or something like that. I've never seen it, but Suicide Squad, maybe something like that. She's like playing that character, but she's also Santa Claus, but she's also Willy Wonka, but she's also I don't know. It's like a whole new character IU invented for this song, and I like that like these songs can exist outside. Like these videos are so. It's hard watching a video and listening to the song for the first time as I watch the video for the first, like it's hard doing that together at the same time and like appreciating the song for what it is separate from the video, especially when cinematography is at this high a level. But I am actually able to appreciate these songs for what they are while watching. I usually have a tough time with that, but I'm actually able to appreciate these songs in this sit down. I think because the songs are like giving me such different things. Like these are three very different songs so far. We'll see if that continues with Shush. The last video we're gonna watch, sadly, because having such a good time. This is featuring Hein. I think that's how you say that. Maybe not. And special narrated by something. I don't know. I can't read all that. That right there, featuring and special narrating. And yeah, let's watch it. Hid her mother away. Oh, her mother. Talking about some personal stuff here. I like how funky that guy. I really like this funkier part of the song. Trying to figure out what's going on. It seems like her mother, but the woman looks very young. So maybe it's like her, like maybe she's like doing a time travel and seeing her mother. Because it's definitely, we talked about mom in the beginning and having the same eyes. I'm lost in the funk. I just talked about the struggle of listening to the song and watching the video at the same time for the first time. It's getting me now because I'm trying to watch the video, but like the funk of the song is really getting me right here. Oh, Oh, I like that line. We sit on a seesaw going up and down again. Kind of like illustrates the relationship between a mother and a daughter. So there's turmoil in this relationship. It's not all perfect. And you can kind of see that between the interactions or lack thereof of the video so far. Of course, it's nice.
이야기 하나 있죠. 모두가 다 아는 그 이름은 그 이름은
I love the band in this song, man. The guitar playing and the drums and the funk in this song. Again, a completely separate sound from what we've gotten. We got a ballad in the first track. The second track was like a slower, upbeat, like a slow upbeat song, if that makes any sense. You know, it found its way to balance perfectly the line of being slow and still having enough of a chorus to it where like it's like this hip sort of like track that you can just sort of vibe out to. That third track is just straight uphill, like upbeat, with the heavy synths. And then this track, completely separate from that, relied on that guitar more than anything, and those drums, and like relied on, and there was piano, and just like you feel like you're in a jazz lounge, which IU's voice is perfect for. And obviously in the videos, again, that mother-daughter dichotomy, that's just very interesting to watch as a man. I feel like watching this as a mother or as a daughter in particular would probably hit you over the head in like a really emotional way, that I'd be curious to hear like the perspective of someone that is one of those, a mother or a daughter. All right, we're going to close this out with a lyric video for the last track we have not heard. It's also the last track on the album, I Stan You. I Stan You. Certainly understand what that means, but interesting title. Let's do it. I really like that lyric. I really like that because sometimes you're not confident as like addressing more so an insecure person. You know, if you're not a confident person, then it's often a result of dealing with a lot of insecurities. But like somebody that calls that out, but like in an embracing way, saying that they like the shyness part of that about you, just is like, it's just nice to hear that as someone that does deal with like a lot of insecurities. So I like that she worded that way. And I assume we're gonna get to like a I Stan You line at some point. That's fun because that's kind of the album ballad disco hip hop. It's kind of the feel of the whole album. I like that. There it is. I'm standing, just standing. I like that. I'm standing. That's cool. I like that because it kind of depicts her life as a musician, right? The moment the curtain rises, I hope to be a little immature and play like a child. Like I want to keep my youth to me. Like I want to like make sure I'm still having a good time while I'm this singer on stage that delivers performances for everybody. Her vocal control is one of the best parts of this whole experience so far. These 5 songs is her voice. I mean, her control, her breath control is unreal. I mean, she's like really one of the best singers I've ever heard. That was a great time. You know what I will say about all of this? I wish this was a full-length project. Because I really feel like IU was on to something here. There's a lot of really different sounds. I imagine that she just wanted to do this like visual EP thing, and if you do a full length album, it's harder to crank out that many music videos. Obviously, the videos didn't really have anything to do with one another. They were separate stories, so I could have watched them in any order, I guess it ended up being. But like, I just, as far as sonically, like just off of the sounds of the songs and what I heard from the songs, I would have loved a full length album from IU, because I'm here wanting more. Like, I'm sat here right now after that song and after everything, like these very different 5 songs, just wanting more music from IU. But I appreciate what I have. I do need to revisit. Speaking of like wanting more from IU, I'm gonna rewatch these videos because there's a lot of things that I missed. There's a lot of like little details in these videos that you could tell require multiple watches, especially the last 2 that I watched. I want to say Shush and Shopper. Feels like if I go back into them, there's gonna be like a lot of little details that I didn't pick up on while I was watching. Love Wins All is my favorite video out of all these. I mean, you get the Taeyoung performance, obviously, that I thought was great. Like, I thought both of their performances were so good, and that's probably why it's my favorite, because you got like the combination of the performance, and then obviously the video was stunning itself. I want to know what that red box means and represents, though. And I'm just really like, I'm probably gonna watch this video again too, just to try to understand what the red box means. Like, there's just so much to take from all this, both visually and from an audio perspective, and I appreciate that from IU. So IU did her thing. I had a good time with this. Hope you guys did too. And I'll catch you for whatever is next. We are about to have a little bit of fun here, and I emphasize the word fun because this is Sserafim. I think that's how you say that. And I've checked them out, I want to say one other time, and it was on a Patreon request, and I remember having a lot of fun. Like, it was really upbeat. There was like Latin inspiration that was, and it was actually done well, which was not what I expected when I listened to that song. So yeah, with that experience I have with this group, jumping into this very short EP here, I expect to just have, I mean, the EP is very short. It's only 13 minutes long. I'm expecting to have 13 minutes of a really good time. I'm going to be honest, like I always am, so maybe I won't have a good time, but I don't expect that from the short experience I have with Sserafim. I don't know anything about them aside from the one song that I did listen to and knowing that they're signed to Hype. So all that being said, without having really any context about the group aside from that, I'm going to dive into the first track off this EP. The EP is called Easy. It came out a few days ago. The first track is called Good Bones.
You think it's okay to degrade someone just because they're true to themselves? 運がいい人たちは悪口を言われてもいいの? 그럼 내가 진짜 비밀을 알려줄게.
Hold up. What is happening? They're talking. Number one, they're talking. They're talking, and they threw me off with that. Like, you think it's okay to degrade someone just because? What did they say? I don't remember what they said. Something like that. That caught me off guard because that's like a very poignant statement. That's like it's a large statement to make while you're talking in this song and while this guitar is being played in the background. That is not the sound I expected, by the way.
私はこの事実に少し早く気づいた. The pain of facing that truth.
불이 꺼진 스테이지 뒤 세상의 모든 그림자들이 나를 덮쳐.
Whoa, behind
불이 꺼진 스테이지 뒤
behind the stage where the lights are off, all the shadows in the world come upon me, in a song where we're literally talking about the pain that we deal with in life. Half of life is pain, I believe was said in the song, and now we're talking about being artists and dealing with shit off stage. And I feel like that line earlier about, do you think it's okay to degrade someone just because they're true to themselves? I feel like that's sort of talking about like we do things our way and yet we've gotten shit for it. I don't know anything about this group, so like maybe that's not the case, but it feels like that could be what they're talking about. Like, we've gotten shit for being ourselves, but we're not going to stop. Like, you can't degrade us for that. We're going to keep being ourselves, even though this world comes with pain. A lot of that pain again comes when the lights are off and behind the stage and we're dealing with being real people. This is,
Despite it all,
so
my
different.
ambition and aspirations are unstoppable.
計り知れない未来. 나는 내가 제일 힘들어. 너도 그렇지 않니?
Easy, crazy, high, I can make it.
This is, I don't want to call, first of all, I don't even like the term guilty pleasure, because it kind of shits on like content and media and the thing that you're saying you like, to feel guilty about liking it. But I also understand the term. I do understand the term, and I'm kind of just used it this song is kind of a guilty pleasure, and I call it that because it's not like your typical song. They're not singing; they're talking throughout the song, but yet I've played so many games. Like, I hope that it's understood where I'm coming from when I say gaming, because I've played a lot of games in my life. It's just like an escape for me, and this was very, very familiar as far as like the talking and the particular guitar riff, like the riff of it all from the guitar really reminded me of like a couple particular games that I have in mind. I could see this just like existing in that world. Also, it's cool to picture, because everything being said was really relevant and powerful, and it's cool to kind of picture each of the members like writing their own, because everything was so individual to each person. It felt like maybe they all like wrote their own parts, and like, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say this, you're gonna say that. The one girl in English, I think it was Yoonjin, was speaking English quite often. Well, I'm gonna say this in English each time, and like, we're all gonna say our parts that really resonate with us. Kind of felt that way. Like, it was really hitting me as it was going on. And then the end is just kind of like, I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. The song was a lot of fun. So yeah, that's all I really have on that song. It's an interesting, I did not expect that. I feel like this group is gonna be the definition of like, forget expectations and just press play. Music videos next. That's exciting because again, I don't know what to expect. It's like a, there's like it's like a recorder back there. It sounds like a recorder. It literally sounds like a recorder, and it's making the song for me, kind of, along with like there's something about the song that's like inspired by hip hop, inspired by pop, inspired by K-pop. It's like it's pulling a lot of different inspirations, and that feels like what this group kind of is at the end of the day, and I'm really digging this. This is dope. Yeah. Yeah, this is dope. This is like really just catchy. Yeah, you could play this song to like any person who's a fan of pop or hip hop, and they're gonna like this. There's not really anything to not like about this. There's not, like, lyrically, there's not a lot going on. They're kind of just talking their shit, which is like kind of the point of those songs those genres that I just pointed out. So I think that has a lot to do with why it works so well. That recorder is a really cool touch. I don't know if it's an actual recorder or not, but it gives the song, no pun intended, but it gives the song this easy feel, like this easy flowing type feel that makes the song flow really well. And then when that chorus comes in, like, damn, whatever they say, it's like you're anticipating the chorus to kick in, a little bit of a drop, and just to keep having a good time with it. I really had a good time with that. I want to listen to that again, actually. Like, that's going straight into a playlist for me. It's just such an easy listen. Again, no pun intended, but it really is such an easy listen. All right, I'm assuming it's the only music video, so I'm assuming that's the big single. That makes sense, because that song is very, like, this is our lead single vibes. The dancing was great, too. The costumes and the hair and everything was, like, great. The girls looked great. Nothing to, like, not really like about that, I feel like. Right, Swan Song is the third song off this EP. Was this the SZA Kill Bill? This is a lot to take in, because first of all, it's the most that they've kind of sung. Like, in Easy, they're singing, but it's such a free flow type of singing that it's like not a lot to really like analyze or be like, wow, like they're great singers. It's not really that kind of singing. And they're not singing in Good Bones, the first track. So like, this is the first track where I'm absorbing vocals that sound great. But the biggest thing is that it's this Kill Bill, like SZA beat, but different. And then all the lyrics, they're not like doing, it's not a cover. The lyrics are completely different. It's about being black swans swimming against the current. They're going to, make it through. So like it's got so much going on. So that first minute, it's just a lot to take in. Yeah, it's interesting because like I actually like the lyrical kind of structure of the song, not just the message, which I actually do appreciate the message of like overcoming challenges and all that, which kind of makes me think of the first track. So we're actually talking about a few things here on this EP so far. Not the second track, really, against more just talking your shit. But the track is interesting because it flies by, because the first minute, it's like, whoa, Kill Bill is stuck in my head. And then you're, again, absorbing lyrics and what they're saying. And then before you know it, there's 30 seconds left and the song is over. I actually think I'm going to end up, like, listening to the song quite a bit. It's so short, and it's so, like, I love R&B's probably my favorite genre. Probably at this point still. Hard to say because I've grown to love so much music with this channel. This is the most like R&B song I've heard from them out of the handful of songs I've heard from them. Obviously like it's Kill Bill inspired, so it's easy to say, but like I love myself like a really nice, easy listening R&B type track. They're really singing nicely on this one, so I'm probably gonna end up revisiting this a lot, just like in my own time casually. It definitely fits really nicely in like certain like Frank Ocean type playlists that I have that I'm already envisioning. All right, let's go on to Smart, track 4. Now this is that more Latin inspired Sserafim I remember from the Patreon request I listened to. Oh, I like that. I like that. I call it sugar. I love the way she's saying that. Oh, go ahead, Sakura. That's Chaewon. That's Chaewon. Wow. I fucking like this a lot. Yeah. I like this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not listening to the. This song is so catchy. I can't do the lyrics to this song. It doesn't seem like a lot's going on lyrically from what I've seen. Maybe if it is, I apologize. This is my favorite song. Just like listening to it, I'm having the best possible time I could have. My sweat is not lying. My sweat is not lying. I put this work in. I see some of these lyrics in here. Sweat can't lie. That's hard work, baby. Okay, this is my favorite song. That Latin inspiration. I feel like I'm on the island. I feel like I'm sat on the island, got a beer in my hand, and I'm just like fucking living the life with Le Sserafim singing Smart to me. The song, I will say, the song has to be the length it is. It's 2 minutes and 49 seconds, or on the official version is 2 minutes and 46 seconds. It can't be like 4 minutes unless something changes in that last minute, because it would get a little repetitive if it went on another minute, but I'm not critiquing it because that doesn't happen. The song is not 4 minutes. It's 2 minutes and 30-ish seconds, which is perfect for what it is. Vocally, I got so much to appreciate. There were some sick runs. Shout out to Chaewon singing. Yeonjin, if that's how you say that, was singing. There was just a lot to appreciate. Again, it's impossible off these first album listens, to especially in groups, to really appreciate certain members for what they have to offer and for what they're best at. Usually I get better at that on second, third album listens with these groups. I don't even know if this group has another album, to be honest. I just know this came out recently, and I've seen people comment Le Sserafim, so I was gonna check this out for you guys either way. But I am having a great time. I want the album to, I feel like that would have been the great last song because you can't top that, but it's fine. There's one more. We got so much. Let's do it.
We got so much love. 태연하게 받지 않을래. 우린 특별해. We got so much love. 서로 안에 꽃 피어나. We got so much love.
Okay, it's not that I don't like this song. It's just it follows Smart, and Smart is just a lot better than this song in my opinion. Also, the first few seconds, I felt like I was in a mall, and I was trying to shake that feeling of just walking through a mall and kind of hearing like, you know, whatever pleasing songs that they play in the mall to get you, you know, shopping and to enjoy your time. So yeah, I'm not feeling anything special from this song. I guess there's some nice vocals. They sound really, when they come into that chord right here, that "We Got So Much Love," because Zua is singing that part right here. I think someone else might have sung it in the first chorus. They sound really good there. They sound really pretty. But yeah, it's just not doing a lot for me outside of that, I guess.
이제 눈빛만 봐도 전부 알 수 있잖아.
Yeah, Chaewon can sing. Okay, guys, that was really fun. I went into this and said, this is definitely going to be fun. And after listening to this, that's how I feel. This has definitely turned out to be really fun. I got some playlist tracks out of this. Like, I really, truly do got some like, I'll tell you right now, Easy and Smart are going into playlists for me. And Good Bones is just so specific. It's so different from anything else really that I've heard, like just listening to an album casually. And I enjoyed Swan Song too. It's just a nice, easy R&B listen. So again, just like a lot to take away from this that I'm going to walk away and like be jamming to Sserafim in my free time. That's really going to be a thing that happens. It makes me curious. You gotta let me know about like other projects that this group might have. I'm definitely interested in diving in. Again, I have heard I think it was one track I heard maybe like a year or so ago on Patreon. But other than that, I had a really, really great time with this. A lot of swag in that Easy music video, man. Thinking back to like the dance moves and just sort of the aura that they had too. Like, I'm glad I got a music video in here too, so I could see the aura, feel the aura, and they definitely matched a lot of these lyrics. And there were actually some good lyrics in here too that I got. I didn't like go into this expecting a lot lyrically, just because I expected more of a good time, and I got both. I got some pretty decent lyrics in here, along with just like some really good fucking songs that do different things for me and are going right into playlists, like I said. So shout out to Sserafim. And you guys, I'm not here listening to this album if it's not for you guys making comments, like kind of influencing me on who I should check out, particularly like in the K-pop world, but really in the music world in general. So shout out to you guys. Love you guys forever. You guys see the title to this video, you know what we're here for. It's Twice. It's an EP. What is this EP called? This EP is called With You. Guys, it was about a year ago. It was about almost exactly a year ago that I had one of the best times, hands down, I've ever had listening to an album, an EP on this channel. It was Ready to Be. It's the first time I checked out Twice on the channel. Well, it was the first time I checked out an album from Twice on the channel, because I think I had done at least one Patreon custom request for Twice. But as far as like sitting down listening to an EP or a full-length project, that was the first time. And it was, if you haven't watched that video, if you're with me sitting down watching me listen to Twice for the first time, maybe check that out first. It's about a year ago again on the full-length reactions on Patreon. I don't remember if I made a YouTube edited down version for that video or not, but the point is that I'll never forget the great time I had with that. Found one of my faves off of one album listen immediately, Jiho. I just call her a fave, but I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Jiho. Yeah, favorite for sure. And the group just blew me away. Like music, I just had a fucking amazing time listening to that album. Hopefully we can duplicate that, replicate that, however you want to say it. I hope that happens again. Catch lightning in a bottle twice. I know Twice has got, well, no pun intended, I know Twice has got more music than just these couple albums. Maybe like the second I listen will just like catapult me to even the rest of their discography. I don't know. We'll see. I'm here for this EP now. It just came out. Like it just came out with you. -th. Oh, youth, like with youth. Interesting. I just caught that. All right, I Got You is the first track here. It's the lead single, I believe. We have a music video. We're going to watch it together, guys. I am so excited for this. It's been a while since I jumped into this group. Not a while since I listened to them, because I do listen to that EP, like I said. Let's do it.
A little reckless, I want the address. Calling on dumb love, and it's just enough. Keep me guessing, have the story unfolds with you. When I'm walking into the darkness,
ooh, I like how open. Yes. I'm glad that yeah, I like where that goes. I love songs from groups that you can tell are written for each other. Like, this is clearly about being there for each. I Got You is the title. I just forgot that it was called I Got You, but yeah, I got you. We've got each other. I really like that, and I feel like you can feel that in the music too. Like it's got this, healing sort of feel to the music, and that works for having each other's back for sure. Man, they're such good singers. Oh, it's so it's so peaceful. That's so peaceful. I really like that. Oh. Yeah, I really like that start. This is the big single, right? So that makes sense that, I would like the song, but I really do like the song and the messaging of the song. It's very peaceful. Obviously, like we're at sea and the breeze and the ocean and all that and the birds, like, is meant to like add to the peacefulness of it all. So it definitely enhances the song. And I'm gonna guess that all of those sounds aren't in the actual song, like aside from the music video. Like if you just stream the song, but the song still works really well as like the big single hit off of the EP, and it's a really good start. And the vocals, like you really get to appreciate vocals on a track like that, which is hard to sing on a track like that. Like, it's hard to hit those you that they do throughout the entire track. All right, we're gonna move on to One Spark. We have another video. Dancing. There's about to be a big drop. It literally is going to happen right this split second. Let me go back a second. You can tell this group has a lot of chemistry. I knew that listening to the last year when we did Ready to Be, and obviously like all the time I've had to listen to Ready to Be in the last year. I already knew that. Like you can tell this group has a lot of chemistry, knows what they're doing when they step into that booth to make these songs. But just off these two tracks, it's clear that like they have a vision and they step into that booth like we know what we want to accomplish musically. Man, they're singing. They're singing. Damn. Okay, I like that focused vocal on the one member there. The song is just really catchy. Like there's not like a lot to critique about it. That's kind of what I was getting at when what I was talking about towards the end of the song is that even though like you can say like the burning, hurting feels like maybe it comes around. It like really is really self-reliant on that part is what I'm trying to say here. But really, if you take the song as a whole, it's just a really catchy song, and kind of like hard to not have a good time with it. And that's kind of what I take from it as I'm done with it. I had a good time. I had a good time. If the song was playing like in any situation, I think more than anything, I'd be like, the song makes me feel good. You know, the song like really makes me feel good more than anything. So that's kind of what I'm looking for from music. All right, Rush, track 3. We're done with videos, sadly, but it's okay. We have 4 more songs. No problem. You know, I feel I'm in a weird spot here because I did 3 EPs today. It's easier to do EPs than it is albums because they're shorter, obviously. So I was able to make enough time to do 3 EPs all today, all in one day. I listened to IU's EP, I listened to Sserafim's EP, and now I'm listening to this Twice EP, right? And with little breaks in between to sort of just give myself like a space and try and forget about the previous EP because I don't want to be thinking about another artist's music while I'm listening to, you know, the artist I'm listening to. And what I'm getting at here is that this is both those EPs had 5 songs, so 10 songs. I'm now on the 13th song that I've listened to. And there was one song I didn't really like on the last EP that I listened to from the Sserafim. It's not that I hated it. It just didn't match up to the other songs. And that's it. So like I'm like 12 out of 13 so far. Or 13 out of 14, whatever the number is. Like I really like this. And my point is like usually I'm generally pretty positive here on the channel, but usually like I don't like that much. Like that's not the percentage usually. Like it's a really high percentage, and I feel like I'm almost waiting to not like something, but that's not happening. I'm really enjoying everything. So I'm like, am I just being overly positive today? You know, because there's a lot of music that I'm listening to that I'm just having a really good time with, and that doesn't always happen. So maybe I should just shut up and be thankful, right? Yeah, that's what we'll go with. Shut up and be thankful because you're just getting lots of music that makes you feel good. That's what this is again. This is very playful. It's very catchy. And I listen to it. I'm just having like a really good time. Like the sonic direction that it keeps going in is throwing me for a loop. I don't really know what to expect with this song, particularly when it changes from like verse to chorus to verse. And I really like that. It's throwing me for a loop in a good way, not like what the fuck is this? It's like it actually makes sense. So we got another banger. We're 3 for 3.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
This is great. This is great. This is fucking awesome. Sometimes there's nothing to pick apart. Like sometimes that's just the case. Sometimes you do get a lot of songs in a row that are just really awesome in different ways, and that's what's happening today. I'm having a gathering of sorts, and I'm literally gonna run the certain tracks from the IU. Like they're not all sort of like the IU album is a different vibe from these last 2 albums, particularly the Sserafim album and this album. I'm just gonna throw on a playlist for this gathering of mine, and I think it'll be well received because it's a lot of good vibes music. It's a lot of let's just have a good time music, and I'm here for that. All right, New track 4. I like that. that was just so positive. This isn't, and this isn't moving me the way the other songs were moving me. I like this part. This is my favorite part of the song right here. Is this pre-chorus? I think Mina did it both times. Stepping in the breeze. I like that. Oh, and then we got Grave. Neon comes in with that nice run. Ji-hyo did a gorgeous run earlier. If we had more of this part of the song incorporated in the song as a whole, I'd probably really like it. But outside of this, I'm not sure how I feel. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. It's not even bad. This is not by any means. This is not a bad song. I think I just listened to 3 songs that were better than it. That's all. That's all the case. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get 3 songs that you really like, and then that 4th song is not quite on par, but it can still be a good song. But it's just paying the price for not being as good as the other ones. It happens. We are on Bloom, track 5. Okay, here we go. This makes or breaks the song. Ji-hyo is so good. She's so good. I like the whole the floral play on everything. Obviously, blooming from the flower, which comes from the opening line of the song. But also, it's like I'm also gonna hypnotize you with, these petals or with my flower. Like you're gonna wait until once you see me bloom, you're not going anywhere. And I like that energy. It's really hard to sing this chorus too, and they sound so good. I like how it's like twice the magic of the sun and moon, and then it really opens up. That's really, really nice part of the song. I like that a lot. Every single note on this, all these girls are coming with it vocally. I'm not hearing any notes where I'm less than impressed at any point. Everyone I'm not really pointing out particular vocals for that reason. Actually, it just hit me now because everyone sounds so good. I like it too because don't flowers have a particular scent. They obviously have a scent to them, but I think that scent can be defined as a perfume. So it's cool to use the perfume line in a song called Bloom that's all about becoming this flower. All right, we're closing the album off. You Get Me, last track, having a great time. We'll see how they close it out here. You Get Me. This reminds me of I Got You. Well, kind of, if you think about it, the titles are pretty, you can intertwine them. I Got You, You Get Me, and then message-wise, they kind of remind me of each other.
Me doing the best me. Lately I've been feeling like everything's enough. No
I feel like that's a nice end to the album. Just really wrap it up kind of emotionally. If they are talking about each other, they could be talking about each other. They were definitely talking about each other, and I Got You. So if you're bringing it back to that at the end, it kind of makes sense to tie it up the way you started it, because in between you talk about a lot different things than that. The songs in between, I should say, don't match the first or the last. So the first and last is the ribbon and the bow, sort of tying things together. So that's cool. I will say the first 3 tracks are elite. Like I've liked the first 3 tracks more than the last 3 tracks. Those first 3 tracks are just so good. They're so good. I think my favorite on the whole album is maybe Rush. I don't know, but I don't want to take away from the fact that I did enjoy the last couple tracks. Bloom and You Get Me, I think, are really good tracks, and I think that the more I listen to them, the more I'm gonna enjoy them. But those first 3 tracks just really felt like something else. I had another great time with this. More Twice that I had a great time with. Yeah, like that's 2 bodies of work by Twice that I've really enjoyed now. And one thing, I think more than anything, I kind of talked about it a little bit, kind of midway through this album reaction, is that this group just really has it together. And that's saying a lot for a group with this many members. It just feels like they really, really know what they're doing. Their music is nice and tight. Like there's not like any holes. Like there's not things that I was like, what is that? Like, what are they trying to do? That never happened. And that's really never happened at all in 2 projects that I've listened to twice now. They just really have like a really firm grasp on what their vision is musically. And I really appreciate that for any artist, really. So it makes me excited to listen to more Twice in the future. I love the vocals are so good. The vocals are so good. They just sound so great, like all over the album. And I look forward to listening to more Twice. We got to make it happen. You guys got to drop some comments and steer me in the right direction. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me all the time. All the love. Peace.